people, welcome back to the Spider's Web. And in this video I'm going to be breaking my print and play virginity, as it were. I've never played a print and play game before, but I've decided to have a go. And the one I've chosen is Doomgloom Dungeon, as you may be able to see. It was done by Andy Nicholas, who is the brains behind Madlad Designs. I did this 4 years ago. I've only just decided to print it off and set it up to play. So, how do you play? Well, on each turn, you turn a dungeon card over and you take 5 of these hero cards. Okay, and basically what you have to do is look through the cards and try and beat the number here. So in this case it's number 4, it's 14. So you will I'll put that down there. So you choose cards here. So you've got 2 fireball spells, which gives a +6, and a moment of clarity. You can look at 3 cards at the top of the deck. That's a cursed item, so you'd have to roll a d20, which is here, and you'd add these up. So far we've got 12. All we need to do then is roll and get more than 2, or 2 or more rather. Sounds easy. Basically anything that sounds easy can quite often be quite tricky, and with it being a dungeon delve via cards, anything can happen. I'm going to go through rules on certain individual cards as we go along, because there are some cards that give special powers, but that's basically the gist of the game. You have 5 cards in here, you turn the card, 1 card over at a time, you defeat that card, it gets discarded. If you don't defeat the card, it stays where it is, and the next time we come along we put a card on top of that. Certain cards will allow you to give you the 2, defeat the 2 cards, but majority just fighting 1. Shall we begin? Why not? So first off, I need to shuffle these cards as well, don't I? You only shuffled 1. As I said, these are print and played, and the way I printed these, I printed them off on a single side of card, and I glued the cards together to make 2 layers. I may actually come along and laminate these as time goes on, because I don't think they're going to bear up to a lot of use. But here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our 5 cards. So we have once again a moment of clarity, and another moment of clarity, and a cursed item. The cursed items, you roll a d20 each turn, including this turn. On a roll of 15 or better, you discard the card and draw another. So we'll do that first. And we get 17. So that, as you can see, hopefully, you can see that, 17. Oops. So we'll discard that, and we draw another card, which is a silver spear. Now, a silver spear, if a creature is killed using this spear, then the spear will automatically destroy the next creature in the dungeon stack, and it can be used against undead. The moment of clarity, look at the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck, and we place them in any order, then discard this card and draw another card from the hero deck. So we have a fireball spell, which is +6. We have a dwarven warhammer, which is a blunt weapon and can be used against all creatures, and another moment of clarity. So we'll put those away. These are the ones we're dealing with at the moment. So let's see what our first card is, and it's a wraith. It's undead. It can only be killed by a silver weapon or a vorpal sword, a turn undead spell, or a dwarven warhammer. So we have a silver spear. It seems wasted because there's only 1 dungeon, or only 1 monster here. Fireball can't be used against it. The Dwarven Warhammer blunt weapon can be used against all creatures, and it's only a 12. Okay, I'm just going to go with the Silver Spear. So I need 9. And I get 7. So I don't defeat that one. That gets discarded. That stays where it is. I increase my hand to 5. That would have been handy, but never mind. It's another card, and it's a Mind Flayer. Now this one has a special event on this, which is immediate. And I hope you can see that. When this is first revealed, shuffle the cards in your hand with the cards in the hero discard pile and redeal yourself 5 cards. Return the rest of the discard pile. So I shuffle these together. Okay, so it's just from the hand and the discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we discard the Turn Undead and the Cursed item, which means we have the Silver Spear, which is there. So I'm going to use the Silver Spear, and I'm going to use the Fireball spell. So that is 9, and I need 14. But if I get it, I kill both of them. Because I'm using the Silver Spear, I can get the Wraith. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, you win this game by running out of these dungeon deck cards before you run out of the hero deck cards. So you have to have some in hand once the last of these cards has been defeated. I got 9, I needed 5, I got 4. That is typical. Okay, so discard those. They stay where they are, and I'm stuck with these. So 3, 4, and 5. Now then, I'm going to have to resort to the rules on this one. Turn Undead, does it say? No, it doesn't. I'm not sure whether that would mean, mind you, no, I don't think it would. I have to play the cards before I roll the dice. So, that being said, let's turn the thing over, and we get a troll for 14. The way I'm going, let's just hit him with the Dwarven Warhammer and the spear. So that's 12. I need 2 or more. Now I get a 20. So that is dead. And the Mind Flayer is dead because I used a spear. So that's 3 cards I have left in my hand. They may look a bit thick, but that's because it's 2 cards, 2 pieces of card glued together. Okay, so I've got my card, I turn my dungeon thing over, and it's a giant me. A giant spider. The death of many things. Sorry, the death of many begins with a single thread, it says on that. So, 9, 3, 6. Because it's only a normal spear, I can't defeat the, what was it again? The Wraith, because it's undead. So let's just go with a 1 card 3. So I need 6. And again, I got a 20. So that's gone. That's gone. I only used 1 card. So I draw up again 2, 5, and I turn this card over. And this is how it goes on. We have a cultist of 7. Now, a mace with it being a blunt weapon, it says here, it can be used against an animated creature. Let's go with 3. So I need 4 or more. And I get 10. So the cultist is dead and the spear gets discarded. So I used 1 card. So let's do that. And we get an orc for 10. So I need to beat 10. Let's use the both the mace and the silver mace. That would mean I need 6 and I get 10. So the orc's gone. I used 2, which leaves me 3 cards in hand, so I need to draw 2. Okay, and I draw a card and we get a drow for 9. 6, 8. Okay, just to make sure I've got both of them, because I'm using a silver spear, I'm going to cast the fireball and use the silver spear for 8. I don't really need to roll that, but what the heck, I got 18. I could have just used the silver spear. They're both gone, and so are these. Because I used the silver spear, I can kill that one as well because it's silver. So that was 2 cards down. We have 3 cards left, and I need to turn that over. Youch. Okay. When overcome. This is the special. When overcome, which means when it's destroyed, you roll a d20. On a 1 to 10, you shuffle the hero discard pile, randomly draw a card and add it to your hand. So that's nice if I can get a low card. But it's 16 I need. I'm going to cast mace. Sorry, I'm going to use my mace and I'm going to cast enrage, which doubles the mace. So instead of it being 2, it's now a 4, and I just need 12 on this dice. That was cocked. How I managed to cock a 12-sided dice, I don't know. Let's try again. And I get 10. So that's going to stay there. These are getting discarded. And I need to draw up 2. Here we go. Mace and fumble. You may immediately discard this card and a weapon card from your hand. Well, that's all I have. So now what I'm using is these. Oh, and we need that. Purple worm. It says when overcome. Now, I've nothing to fight them with, but I can look at the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck and replace them in any order, then discard the card and draw another card from the hero deck. So 1, 2, 3. And I can replace these in any order. So I have a skeleton, a dragon and a minotaur. This is one seriously bad thing. So what I've done is I put the skeleton on first, then the minotaur, whoops, and then the dragon. Okay, so I've got so it's going up in basically in what's the word I'm looking for? It's going up in value. So look at the top 3 cards of the dungeon deck and replace them in any order, then discard this card and draw another hero card. So I'll do that and I get enrage. I could play another one, the moment of clarity, to do exactly the same thing to see if I get a weapon. I don't need to look at them. 19, 14 and 9. put it there. Let's see if this is a weapon, and it's a cursed item. So I need to roll 15 or better. Again, it's cocked, and I get 6, so it stays in my hand. All it does is take up space. It doesn't do anything else. So I have to get 17. I'm battling this. I've played my cards. I have to get 17 on this roll, and I get 12. So that stays there. Oops. We get a new 1, 2. We get a new monster, which, by some big surprise, is a skeleton. It's animated and can only be destroyed by a blunt weapon or a fireball spell. And I have none of those. But, and it's not classed as, it's not undead, but I have to roll a d20, and it's a 10, so I still keep hold of that card. There's nothing else I can do. I can't use any sword with it, or any weapon, and I have no spells that I can use with it, so I'm just going to have to roll. Hang on, let me just double check. As far as I'm aware, I may be wrong, and no doubt when Andy, if Andy watches this, he will tell me I'm wrong, but I'm prepared to take that price, prepared to pay the price on this one. I'm just going to roll the die. I've played cards. I can't do anything with the cards I've got, so I'm just going to roll the dice. And I've got 18, which kills the skeleton. That was lucky. Unfortunately, I now have a minotaur coming at me. Okay, it's not undead. Oh, I have to roll for the cursed item. And I get a 2. So I'm going to play the short sword. I'm going to cast Enrage on that to make it a 4. And that to make it a 6. So now I need 8. And I get a 16, which is more than that anyway. So that is discarded. These are discarded. And all I'm left with is Turn Undead and the cursed item. So let's 1, 2, 3 take our cards in hand up to 5. Now we'll go throwing them away. Let us test our cursed item, see if we can get rid of it. And I get a 12. Useless. So we have the purple. Oh, I need to move that up. We have a dragon of 19. So it's not undead, it's a normal thing. So let's see what we have. A longsword 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 11. We need an 11. 17. Get in. So they get discarded. That gets discarded. We draw up to 5, which gives us 3 cards to draw up. And we take another card and put it on there, and it's a dire wolf. 10. Oh, we need our cursed item sorted. 15. There we are. So that gets discarded, and I draw another card to replace it. Right, I'm going to use both axes. 4, so I just need a 6. And I get a 20. I could have done that much earlier. They get discarded, and we draw the right card. Oh, after, of course, we turn and we get our weapons. So, what do we have now? So we have a centaur. Let's put the undead ones aside and the special cards aside. The centaur is a 9. Let's just play with a 3. There we go. So that gets discarded and that gets discarded. Let's, oops, that's not glued down terribly well. Try that one later. Special when overcome. Okay, so it's an 8. What do we have here? Oh, I've not drawn up myself. Spear. What have we got underneath again? Purple worm, right. We'll play that and we'll play, I've got a silver mace and a silver axe. Okay, let's just play those two. 4. We need a 4 to kill the gremlin. And we get a 1. Brilliant. So we draw that one. And draw up to 5. 1, 2. We have a vampire. It's undead. We've got that one to automatically destroy one undead, which we will do. Replace that and replace that. 6 we have, well, we've got silver bolt and an axe. Let's try the axe. We get a 10, so the diabat has gone, as is the axe. We draw our card. We're not going to do this. We're really not going to do this, but I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll just keep going with it. Let's see what we can do. Necromancer. Immediate on a roll 1d20 on a 15-20. Take an undead creature from the dungeon discard pile and shuffle it back into the dungeon deck. Oof. Whoops. Rolled off. 17. Typical. So we're looking for an undead. So the undead is a vampire. It's the first one I came to. We've only just killed it, but we have to shuffle it back into the dungeon deck, and we have a Necromancer for 11. Let's use the silver bow and roll. We get a 1, useless. Oops. Let's discard that first. Let's do this in order, shall we? We draw up the cards that we need to draw up, and then we turn that over. We get a salamander. It's 11. Let's use a silver bow for 3. And just. So we'll get rid of that. The silver bow has been used. We draw up to 5. We draw the new monster. It's animated, can only be killed by a blunt weapon or a fireball spell. 10. The silver mace can be used against all creatures. So we'll use the silver mace against a death skull. 7, 8, 9, 10. The death skull has been overcome. There we are. Nothing more we can do. Let's just do the final round. 13. Crossbow. Can be used against any undead. Silver axe. Can be used against any undead. Silver crossbow. In fact, let's not bother. Let's just do the Vorpal sword and the silver crossbow just to wipe it out. But unfortunately, during the course of the fight with the vampire, we're dead. We had 4 more cards in the pile, but we still had to go through these. It's one of those games that you've got to be lucky with your dice rolls. Otherwise, you're knackered. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, I will put the link to, I'll put the link to Andy's the creator of this, and put it to his YouTube channel for the actual gameplay of this video, which will also give you a link to where you can get this on Boardgame Geek. It's called Doomgloom Dungeon, and I've been killed. But then again, it's not easy to win this game. It's easy to learn, it's easy to play, not easy to win. Very much like Pandemic, and that's my favourite game, so there may be something in this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, click on Andy's description. Oh, sorry, click on the link to Andy's gameplay in the description, and then go into that, and you will find the link to where you can find this on YouTube. Not on YouTube, on Boardgame Geek. So join us next time when we're hopefully carrying on with with painting Star Saga. But until then, stay safe, take care, God bless, and bye for now.